Hello, music teachers. If you are brand new to teaching and you feel stressed about how to plan your curriculum, what sort of procedures to have, then you have stumbled upon the perfect video for you. My name is Kelly Potts, and I am a music teacher in Charlotte, North Carolina. And this is my second year. I'll be going into my third year of teaching public school music in August. I teach elementary music, general, and choir, and I also have a chime choir. When I first started teaching general music, I did not have any experience with it at all. I really have a lot of experience with choir, private voice and private piano lessons, and a little bit of experience with band because I was in band through 12th grade. However, I had no experience with general music, and I really didn't know what to teach. So luckily, one of my colleagues at my second job recommended a series of books, and they're called What to Teach When. And these saved my life. In these books, you will find lesson plans for every grade. Here's the book for 4th and 5th grade. Here's the book for 2nd and 3rd grade. And a book for kindergarten and 1st grade. The lesson plans are ORF-based, and there are enough lesson plans to last you for the entire year. So if we open this up to a random page, at the top of the page, actually right here, you'll see your objective or standard, and this is usually what I write on the board. So this will be for 2nd grade, and their objective is recognize AABA form. Below that, you'll see sheet music. This is mainly for you. If we turn this over, you'll see these little boxed files, and those are PDF files that come on a CD that comes with every book. And what you use this for is projecting the sheet music onto the whiteboard. And so that's great because you don't have to spend a lot of time printing out and wasting tons and tons of paper. And everyone can easily see, hey, we're looking at the second beat of this measure, so they can see it easily. So this is a wonderful book. And sometimes, even if I don't use the lesson, I do go by the weekly objectives and standards that are on there. And that helps me keep track of what the students are learning and if they are where they're supposed to be for their grade according to the essential standards of music education. So I love these books. The other thing I would mention to you if you're worried about planning your very first class and lesson is that the first 2 weeks, really, you should be going over procedures. You should decide how the students are walking in. Do you want them to walk in quietly? Do you want them to walk in talking? Where should they sit? And then you need to have an activity that they can do right as they walk in the door so that there isn't a lot of downtime where they can start to talk or drama can happen and sometimes fights. So you want to make sure you have something right away that they can do. Usually I have something written on the board and they have a listening activity, and then they have to do some writing to incorporate some literacy. After that, we usually do stretching and vocal warm-up, and then we do singing for the day because I think it's important for all the students to sing every time they come to music. And then after that, we usually go into our ORF lesson based on here. Sometimes we do a folk dance or something that ties in the standard of what they're learning with something fun. And then at the end of every music class, I have a game, and the game is always one that applies to what they learned that day. And for that game, they have to earn the game. So if they're doing a wonderful job listening and being respectful to me and their peers, then we have time to play a game at the end of music class. And they know that there's a game at the end of every music class. So some of the games I like to play, poison pattern, walk the plank. Sometimes I'll put up hangman, and I'll put terms up there that we just learned. I have circle games, and I'll show you all of those games in a future video that I like to play, but the students really look forward to it. Make sure on that first day that you're teaching that you establish your rules and expectations. As a music teacher, you only see the kids maybe once every few days at best. And so you have to remind them of your expectations every single time they come. And it can be really frustrating because sometimes it can take weeks for the students to remember and to implement the expectations. And if that means for the first 6 weeks of music, you have to spend your time lining up at the door and practicing walking in quietly, or however you want the beginning of your class to go, then that's what it is. And even though in the beginning it seems like a waste of time, once you establish that control and that respect and the flow of the classroom, the students will learn so much better the rest of the year. So hopefully these tips will help you out in your first year. And just remember to take one day at a time, and don't think of yourself as a failure. If you get through the whole year, you've survived, you've done a great job. Your second year, you can kind of begin to fine tune your teaching skills and your curriculum and your repertoire for your concerts and all of that. So just worry about rules, expectations, and use this to help guide you along your way for your first year. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Bye.